and welcome to Thrive at Home. This is Season 2, Episode 4, and my name is Sam.
Hi, I'm Kerri.
And Kerri, what are we talking about today?
We're talking about iMessages.
iMessages. Why is that important?
Well, it is an accurate way to identify how you're feeling and to tell another person what's going on.
So I statements are one of the very first things that a therapist or a relationship coach will teach a couple to make sure you understand what an I statement is. And yet, often, one time hearing it is not enough. Because I will say it was the second year of graduate school, and I still couldn't have picked an I statement out of a lineup in an intimate relationship. It was a very, very challenging thing for me personally to learn. So what we wanted to do is talk really briefly today about I statements and kind of give you our take on it. So we want to start off with the traditional. What is the traditional I statement?
So the traditional I statement involves three parts. I feel blank when you blank, and I would rather blank.
Right.
Very simple, very basic. And so then you just go in and fill the blanks in.
That's right.
And to be very, very basic, especially if you're just learning, just beginning, we will often teach kids.
Right.
There are 4 categories of feelings: mad, sad, glad, and then kind of anxious, worried, scared, kind of lumps in there.
Right.
So there's 4 categories of feelings. So I feel mad. We just did this with my daughter the other night. When you don't let me finish my sentences, she says.
Right.
And then I prompt, and I would rather, and she says, I would rather you let me finish my sentences. And she was talking to her 10-year-old sister.
Yeah. Now, this is a very, very structured approach. But if you follow the rules, it will lead you to a non-conflictual conversation because you're able to describe, what it is that you're feeling.
Right. And those are very basic feelings. And there are, though, way more feelings out there that can accurately identify what's going on. And even as adults, we get stuck onto one spectrum or another. Yep. Like, women are emotional. Well, what does that mean? What does that feel like?
Yeah.
So to be able to accurately identify what's going on, we tried to help you out here and put a resource on our website with 4 pages worth of feelings words. That's
right. So if you go to Thrive at Home, under resources, there'll be handouts, and then you're going to see the feeling words. You actually download those or see them online. So, because guys often get lumped into one category, which is what you're talking about. Mm-hmm. Most emotion gets lumped into that anger or mad side. So, getting down to what's underneath is super, super important.
Right.
Okay, so structure, you've got to use the feeling word right after I feel. That's the key.
Right. Or it comes to our second point here.
Yes, which is your bombs. Okay, the bombs or the fouls that will explode this right in your face is the words like that and the words like. Mm-hmm. So if I say I feel that, you always bring things up at the wrong time or at the worst possible time, or I feel like you are acting crazy right now. Those are not I feel statements, even though you may have started the sentence out as an I feel.
Right.
Because really what that is you bring things up at the wrong time. And you think I'm acting, or you think we're acting crazy.
It's blame. It's attack.
Yeah.
And the other person will get defensive.
Absolutely.
And it will not go your way.
Every single time that's going to happen. So you really have to challenge yourself. So that's a big thing. When people come back and say, the feeling words, they don't work. If I'm hearing it, I usually can pick that like and that up.
Right.
And that's a foul. That is not a feeling word. Okay, so the next tip, so this is tip number 3, is conflicted. So conflicted, mixed, torn, confused, those kinds of things. Because when you're able to have more than one stream of feeling at the same time, and we're complex people,
right.
So we don't just have one emotion going on. There may be multiple emotions, and being able to identify that and say it is a real key.
Right. We had this happen the other night, actually. Right. He came home late from work, and I was very excited, talking about my day and different things happening. And he stands on the other side of the room, and he says...
And I said, I'm feeling torn right now. I'm feeling torn because part of me is extremely exhausted, and I just want to go lay down. And the other part of me really wants to stay up and hear what you have to say. So I'm feeling exhausted and I'm feeling excited at the same time.
Right. And that, honestly, that let me know my expectation of him getting involved in my story or what was happening wasn't going to happen because he wasn't ready to do that at that particular time. And so saying I feel torn allows me to make a better judgment about saving my conversation or not.
Yep. Okay, so that's a key. You can have multiple streams. Then the last key that we're going to give you is for those people who are not rule followers, okay? You're the Outback Steakhouse, no rules, just right kind of people. For you, it's about understanding the concept here, okay? Because even though you may not like the structure of I feel blank when you blank, you just got to understand the concept, which is you've got to read the stuff that's on your side of the fence. And we've talked about this before, but your side of the fence, this is what's going on for me right now. And in that environment of sharing what's going on, you might be able to share feelings and thoughts and, just sort of, this is what's going on for me. Like if I blinded my eyes and I shut out my ears and I just told you what's going on in my internal world right now, that's another way you can do it.
Right. The word of caution there for understanding the concept is you can't be looking over
the fence
and labeling somebody else's body language or, saying, oh, well, you feel this or you look this way or those are the bad ones. That's once again getting into blaming, getting into attacking. It's actually making assumptions on what someone else is thinking, feeling, and not actually getting in for clarification.
Yeah. And this is really, really common, is that because many people, in fact, even therapists, can be feelings phobic. Like we don't want to really know what other people are feeling. And so we avoid them. And so sometimes while we're avoiding them, we're so focused on what other people are feeling that we're not getting in touch with our own. So if you want to have a non-conflictual conversation, you can actually just start off with I feel and then just the feeling words right then. Don't say when you, just say share feelings for a little bit, and that will be a connecting thing. All right, for more information, you can always go to our website, thriveathome.com. And my name is Sam.
Hey, I'm Kerri.
And we're glad you're here, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.